The Kitty Genovese murder in Queens, New York in 1964 is one of the most famous murder cases to come out of New York City and into the national spotlight. Welcome back to my channel. Catherine Susan Kitty Genovese was born in Brooklyn, New York on July 7, 1935, to parents Vincent and Rachel Genovese. The oldest of the 5 children, Genovese was a graduate of Prospect Heights High School and remembered as a very good student and voted class cut-up in her senior year. Following her graduation in 1953, Genovese's mother witnessed a murder on the streets, which motivated the family to move to New Canaan, Connecticut. Kitty Genovese, however, remained in New York City, working as a secretary at an insurance company and working nights at East 11th Hour, a bar in the Hollis neighborhood of Queens. First as a bartender, then as the manager, prompting her to move to Queens. A decade later, Genovese met her girlfriend Mary Ann Zelenko in a Greenwich Village nightclub. The two found a second-floor apartment together in Kew Gardens in Queens, considered a peaceful, safe area to live. Kitty Genovese was returning from work at around 2:30 a.m. on March 13, 1964, when she was approached by a man with a knife. Genovese ran toward her apartment building front door, and the man grabbed her and stabbed her while she screamed. A neighbor, Robert Moser, yelled out his window, "Leave that girl alone," causing the attacker to flee. Genovese, seriously injured, crawled to the rear of her apartment building out of the view of any possible witnesses. 10 minutes later, her attacker returned, stabbed her, raped her, and stole her money. She was found by neighbor Sophia Farrar, who screamed for someone to call the police. Police arrived several minutes later. Genovese died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. It was 4 a.m. when police knocked on the apartment door and informed Zelenko about the stabbing and Genovese's death. It wasn't until around 7 a.m. that Detective Mitchell Sang arrived to question Zelenko, who was being consoled with liquor by neighbor Carl Ross. Sang found Ross intrusive to the questioning and arrested him for disorderly conduct. Sang also knew that Genovese's body was discovered lying at the bottom of the stairs leading to Ross's apartment. Later, homicide detective John Carl and Jerry Burns arrived and grilled Zelenko and her relationship with Genovese. The questioning took an inappropriate turn, focusing on their sex life, and lasted for 6 hours. Much of the police questioning of neighbors revealed a preoccupation with the gay lifestyle. Zelenko was considered a suspect. Later that week, the police got a call about a suspect robbery. When the police showed up, they found a television in the trunk of the suspect's car. The man, Winston Mosley, was arrested and taken to the station, where he confessed to stealing appliances dozens of times. Mosley drove a white Corvair and struck Detective John Tartaglia, who remembered that some witnesses to Genovese's murder had reported seeing a white car. This was mentioned to Mosley, who said nothing. Tartaglia called in Detective John Carroll and Mitchell Sang. They noticed scabs on Mosley's hands and accused him of killing Genovese. Mosley replied that he had and confirmed information that only the murderer would know. Mosley had spotted Genovese at a traffic light while he sat in his parked car and then followed her home. He had been driving around Queens looking for a victim but gave no motive for the attack. Mosley was married with 3 children and had no prior record. Later interrogations would have Mosley confessed to several other rapes and 2 other murders, those of Annie Mae Johnson and Barbara Kralik. Mosley was sentenced to death on June 15, 1964. It was reduced to a life sentence in 1967. He would later claim that a mobster executed Genovese and he was only the getaway driver. Mosley's son has stated that he believes Mosley attacked Genovese because she yelled racial slurs at him. Mosley died in jail on March 28, 2016 at 81 years old. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you know when I post. And I'll see y'all in the next video.